Veronica Rosello, and I currently am the lead on the BA Honours course that is held both in Poole and Exeter. And it's a one-year course, so it's for people who've already qualified as counsellors and therapists, which is, makes it really exciting because you're coming as a professional and meeting with other professionals together for that year. And really the course content is very much about developing yourself as a counsellor in the 21st century. And it's about deepening those things that you've learned on your course. And I think the beauty of it is that you're together with other counsellors and other therapists. It's more of a sort of professional dialogue and a great support if you've recently left college, because you might suddenly find yourself out there, sort of in the world, either in a private practice setting or even in an agency setting, and suddenly thinking, oh my gosh, this is for real. So it's a really lovely time. We meet once a week, and the day starts at 9:30 to 4:30 or 10 to 5, depending on where you're based. And in that time, you'll have various topics introduced. There's a lot of discussion, quite a bit of student input as well. We do something called flip learning, so you bring some of your own learning to it. Very much about your own experience that year and your practice. So it's actually a bit of a gift to yourself, because you don't need to go on to do further training necessarily if you're already qualified. But by bringing it up to a BA Honours level, then not only further your own learning, but it's going to develop you as a person as well, as a practitioner. So some of the topics, so there are 4 modules, and each module has an assignment or an assessment at the end, and the assessment is quite varied. So one is a research proposal, so not the actual piece of research, because we don't have long enough to do a big piece of research. So that's a proposal. One is, the other module is called Advanced Professional Practice, so that's very much looking at you as a practitioner and supervision, and the assignment for that is actually a case study presentation, so that's verbal. And then we have this a typical essay that's written for the counselling of the 21st century, where you're looking at different impacts on the counselling profession at the moment. And that's particularly exciting because we change the topics as we move along, so just introduce another topic for that one as we move into the year. And then the final module is quite interesting. So it's a mixture of work-based learning. So you're taking your skills into a workplace, and the idea is it's more employability. It's enabling you to be employed in more than just as a private practice counsellor. And within that module, you're looking at also doing clinical hours and a work-based learning project, and also having supervision. So it's the sort of the bits around the professional aspect that comes on. So those are the 4, and that's a presentation as well. So quite a varied lot of assessments really. So as I said before, it's available to study either in Exeter or Poole, and it's validated by the University of Worcester. So it's a BA Honours year, as it would be if you went to university. And for that reason, you will apply through Newcastle in the same way that you would for any other university degree. And depending on what your background is, you can apply therefore for student finance in the same way that anyone else might be able to if you've not yet done a degree. And it's counted as a full-time course, which I think is important to know. It's 1 day of in-person training. Previously mentioned, you can study either in Exeter or in Poole, and both courses run the same and are validated by the University of Worcester. So it's a university level BA Honours course, which means that you'll be applying through UCAS in the same way that you would for any other university level course. And it's counted as full-time. So although you have 1 day in person, it's counted as a full-time course, and so it carries student finance, which is also very helpful. And it's full-time really because you'll have your work-based learning, your professional clinical hours that you'll be doing as well. Obviously further reading and discussion. So you're looking at an extra, at least another 2 days, sort of doing work for the course in a week. So the benefit of, I believe, of being here at the RML, which is a college that's got such a tradition of wellbeing counselling trainings, and also with the University of Worcester, is that you've got access to both sites, so you can be doing the university course but not having to travel to Worcester, so either Exeter or Poole, and yet you have full accessible resources. So we have connections with the library and all the services that students would have if they were at the university here with us here. So we have an introduction at the start where some of the university staff will come, like the librarian will come and talk to you, the IT specialist will come and talk to us, and other people that you might sort of hear about throughout the year. So the benefit of two campuses, I suppose you could say, and yet the university degree at the end with a university graduation, which is quite exciting.